So I want to talk a little bit more in detail about what life looks like living with a chronic illness. Hi, my name is Susan and I struggle with severe gastroparesis. I have a ileostomy which was going to be made permanent on September 19th when I have a total proctocolectomy. I struggle with having no pelvic floor functioning. I have dysmotility and I have chronic pseudo-obstruction disorder. I have been living with my chronic illness since December 26, 2019, when I had a surgery that went wrong and I had to have a second emergency surgery that resulted in a bunch of health issues. It took about 1.5 years for me to get diagnosed. But this is kind of what it looks like living with a chronic illness. For me, this is kind of how my week and my days play out. My Monday starts off with I have to go and get my dressing changed on my central line and I have to get blood work. And then I get the results and they're usually not good, so I get a phone call about my TPN and how it needs to be changed. But my typical day, when I wake up, I have to disconnect from my high output ileostomy bag because I have a high output ileostomy. In order to sleep at night, I have to connect to a bag that can hold 2 liters of ileostomy output. I then go downstairs, I make my coffee, and I disconnect from my TPN and have to clear out the line. I then get to chill for a little bit, which is nice. I now also at that point have to set up IV fluids, which have to run for about an hour. They just infuse rapidly. And then it is time to do all of my morning medications. Some are IV and some are oral. I deal with, right now, I am extremely dehydrated. So I deal with the effects of severe dehydration as a result of my high output ileostomy. I also struggle with severe potassium deficiencies. So I have a lot of potassium in my TPN, and I also take potassium through my G-tube. And so it just varies each week what my levels look like and if I need to be in the hospital for it. I deal with debilitating nausea. I am prescribed multiple anti-nausea medications that I administer IV. I deal with chronic migraines as a result of the dehydration. I deal with feeling lightheaded. Actually, right now the dehydration is so bad I really just feel like I got hit by a bus. I try to live a normal life. I do every morning, I do stretching and I take a walk. No matter how bad I feel. I just feel that it's important that to have a normal life. Prior to getting sick, I was an active runner. I ran 5 to 7 miles about 6 days a week, and that got taken from me once I became sick. So I do my stretching and my walking. I then shower and have to deal with covering my central line, having to deal with my ostomy bag and drying it off and all of that stuff. And then I am on TPN for 22 hours. So after that, it's time to reconnect the TPN. So I reconnect my TPN and I carry a backpack around with me 22 hours a day that is infusing the TPN into me. And then I try and go about and live my day as normally as possible. I administer meds as I need them. With the high output ileostomy, I empty my bag quite frequently. I struggle with getting through the day, particularly with the migraines. I am on migraine medication, but due to my high output ileostomy, we're pretty convinced at this point that I don't absorb the medication. So I just try and manage them as best as possible. So like I said, Monday is lab draw day. Tuesday is I typically talk with my TPN team and have to go over all of the changes we need to make as a result of my labs. Wednesday is usually my appointment with my PCP. I see her every week as a result of all of the problems that have been going on with me medically. I've been in and out of the hospital frequently over this past month. And then Thursday I meet with my other nutritionist who works with me on my eating disorder. And then usually I'm done with my appointments for the week. I do also meet with my therapist every Monday. So those are kind of like my standing appointments, and that's kind of what my life looks like living with a chronic illness. Each day is hard because I have to push through the symptoms. I do work on my computer. I am working on becoming a certified life coach so that I can do coaching for people with chronic illnesses. I am currently working on going back to school. I basically do some social media stuff. I refuse to take naps. I won't lay down. We're working right now on medications to slow down my ileostomy. Some of them are sedating, so I will only take them at night. And yeah, so that's kind of what my days and weeks look like living with a chronic illness. And it's not easy. It's not easy to push through the symptoms when you feel like crap. I mean, today I got out of the shower and I think I had to sit down twice because I felt like I was going to pass out. And I just had to go with it. Right now I'm sitting here talking to you and I have a heating pad on my stomach and my ostomy bag is filling up. So I'm probably gonna go empty that. But yeah, that's a day in the life, a week in the life of living with a chronic illness.